I'm Stephanie, and this is Snowdome of the Day. Today's Snowdome is a popsicle shape from Silver Dollar City in Tennessee, and it features the Wilderness Church. I picked it for a couple of reasons. One, I'd say church is a bit of a wilderness these days, and also Silver Dollar City has an interesting history to it. So there's a couple Silver Dollar cities out there, or there have been. This one began as the Rebel Railroad. Then it became Goldrush Junction. Then it was Silver Dollar City, the era represented in this Snowdome. And it is now the home of Dollywood. The key feature in these amusement parks was the train, and it ran through and around the park. And then certainly in the days of the Rebel Railroad and Goldrush Junction, there was an interactive skit that played itself out as the guests or passengers rode that railroad throughout. There were different kinds of enemies being shot at based upon the theme of the park, and I'm happy to say that I believe that in the Dollywood era, a time of peace has come upon the Smoky Mountains, which is, I think that's great for all of us. Back to the church in the wilderness. There it is. Today, I think the president just announced it'd be great if all churches open up. I just find that so fascinating because there's this whole church and state thing that seems to have been upended a little bit. And just to affirm, it's up to the individual churches what they're doing as far as what time worship services are and for how long and what happens in them. And we are part of state governments and religious judicatories, and those groups also have either strong advice or admonitions or laws related to the health of our people. And just wanted to point out that there's a lot going out there, and I know the world that we're living in, we're aiming to be as healthy and life-giving and wise as possible, because the last thing that I want to do is, in the quest of teaching people about the living Holy Spirit and the living God and the resurrected Jesus, is to convene an event that has as an outcome the death of the people who attend. So anyway, isn't it just interesting these days? So much to think about. I do think what we've seen in the trajectory of the Rebel Railroad as it transformed, they kept that train running in that amusement park, but the theme adapted to become more and more appropriate, inclusive, and welcoming to the people who came. And I think that's a good model and a good goal for us. And I know that I'm hopeful that we, whoever feels they are God's people, might hope that even in the days when we feel that we are in the wilderness, we might look towards the hope of being as welcoming as possible, using our wisdom to figure out how we make space in a healthy way, not a harming way for God's people. And I have a trust that we can figure that out. So, peace be with you, whether or not you're in a wilderness. And I pray that the metaphors that are in your life are ones that are helpful.